RTA cabinets can save you thousands on a kitchen remodel, but they can also become a costly mistake if you don't know exactly what you're buying. Today, I'm going to break down what RTA cabinets are, how they compare to other options, and if they're the correct way for your home moving forward. RTA stands for ready to assemble. So instead of the cabinets coming pre-built from a factory, they're actually shipped from the factory still in reinforced boxes and shipped to the end user, and you assemble them on site. Now for clarity, this doesn't mean that they are lower quality, they're just shipped differently. RTA cabinets became popular especially as of recently because they reduce shipping costs, warehouse space, and labor during manufacturing, meaning a lot of it is done with machines. Flat packaging means lower overhead, and that savings can be passed on to the homeowner, which is typically what happens. But lower cost doesn't automatically mean better value. Not all RTA cabinets are created equal. Here's what actually matters. Cabinet box construction. 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch plywood equals strong. MDF or particle board equals cheaper. Not bad necessarily, just cheaper. Full back panels versus thin backs. Something to definitely keep an eye out for, and it's going to be important when you're installing. Not so much, as long as they are reinforced on the corners where the actual screws will go, it's going to be all right, but you really don't want a thin back all the way through. Look at the box first before moving on to the doors. That's the actual skeleton of your entire kitchen. Drawer construction. Make sure you've got dovetail joints, soft closing slides, and undermount glides are a little bit better in my humble opinion versus slides that are on the sides. Drawers are what you use every single day. This is where cheap cabinets really show their weakness. Drawers should feel smooth and durable, even under weight. Now, assembly hardware. Cam locks versus glue and dowels. There's going to be some difference that you need to look for when you're looking at assembly as well. Are they pre-drilled, meaning so that way you can assemble them easily, or do you have to drill every single hole yourself? That would not be very easy, right? Reinforcement blocks, meaning are the corners reinforced with any kind of blocks? If the assembly system is weak, the cabinet will feel weak. Look at how the cabinets are to be assembled. By the way, at AB Cabinetry, we deliver cabinets completely assembled as an option, meaning they are install ready the day they arrive. We understand sometimes people cannot assemble their own cabinets. I honestly hate doing it. I've been working for this company for 6 years now, and I've assembled maybe 10, and I've hated every single one that I've done. Not saying that I'm just not as handy. I'm more of a computer guy. I make videos and things of that nature. Now, if you've never done anything of that nature in your life, it's probably not a very good option for you to even start. So something to highly consider. It's like if you haven't held a hammer for the last 12 years, today's probably not a good day to start either. So take it for what it is. We do offer pre-assembled cabinets. Now, here's where RTA cabinets really make sense. They have a lower upfront cost, much lower than custom cabinets in big box stores. Even though big box stores have particle board in some instances, they're still going to be more expensive than some RTA cabinet outfits, and it's going to be up to you guys to do your own research. Faster availability. Typical lead time with our company is 2 to 3 weeks from order to actual project delivery. They are a good option for rentals or flips. You're getting a quality cabinet that you won't need to replace for years, unless your tenants are very bad. They can be high quality if sourced properly. We've done these cabinets in multi-million-dollar homes. For budget-conscious remodel, RTA can absolutely be the right choice. Now, here are some cons of RTA cabinets. Time to assemble. If you've never assembled anything, as I mentioned earlier, please pay a bit extra for assembly. It will be worth it. If you have basic skills, it should take you anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes per cabinet. I'll post a sample assembly video in the description below. Skill required for proper install. You will still need a cabinet installer, even though they are ready to assemble. They typically run about $100 per cabinet to install from experience working for the last 6 years around the Seattle area here. So that's what you can expect from for a cabinet installer to charge you. If you want extra fancy trims and things of that nature, it might cost a little bit more. If you're in the heart of Wyoming or Nebraska, it might cost a little bit less. So some things to consider. RTA cabinets have a limited customization. They come in 3-inch increments starting at 6 inches wide and finishing at 42 inches typically. So 6-inch cabinet, 9-inch, 12-inch, and so on until 42. You get the point. There's always a risk of shipping damage. Shipping wood products on pallets is not easy. Damage does happen from time to time. I'm not saying every time, but 1, 2 out of 10 times, some form of damage, whether it's maybe a door or something along the lines, shipping damage does happen. Replacement part delays. Yes, this is reality. Sometimes it takes a few weeks to get your replacements processed and shipped. Say your cabinets arrive damaged and you file a replacement claim. It takes a couple days to get that claim processed, and not only that, but then it takes time to repack some items that are damaged. Say you got 3 doors that are damaged and a drawer front. It takes a couple days to get that packed up and sent via UPS, and then UPS takes their time as well, and you need to really plan for these things. So these are the cons of RTA cabinets. RTA versus stock versus custom. Here's the quick breakdown. RTA equals lower shipping cost and you assemble. Doesn't always have to be that way. Like I said, some outfits do ship completely assembled cabinets. Stock, meaning pre-assembled, factory built. They do have their limiting sizes, and what you see is pretty much what you get. Now, custom is built specifically for your space, meaning if you have a cabinet that's 22¼ of an inch, they can do it because they make it specifically for your space. RTA is between DIY and professional install. It can be great, but only if you know what you're buying. Be sure you're doing research on companies and looking at overall reviews. Look at YouTube, look at Google, look at the prices. Sometimes the prices they vary so much. I've said in some other videos that I've done, but these are all things that a homeowner, a consumer just really needs to pay attention to, because some outfits will charge, 6x for the same cabinet. It's true. So you can choose RTA if you're comfortable assembling cabinets, you're trying to control the budget, your layout is fairly straightforward, and you don't need heavy customization. You should avoid RTA if your kitchen has complex angles, you want really high-end finishes for an iconic or rare home, you don't have time, patience, or space for assembly, you expect ultra-precise fit and finish. So sometimes people buy RTA and they think, they're gonna get like some crazy high-end cabinets without any single little nick on it or something like that. It's just not the case. You're honestly even still gonna get that even with custom cabinets. So something to think about. Make sure that your expectations are not sky high. I mean, you're gonna get good cabinets, but yeah, they're not gonna be just pristine perfect. RTA cabinets aren't good or bad, they're simply a tool. The key is knowing when they make sense for you and for your home. Now, we've been doing this for the last 6 years. We've been rated 4.9 on Google, 5 stars on Better Business Bureau. We've helped over 11,000 homeowners. So if you need help with a kitchen design or sample doors or anything of that nature, please do visit our website, abcabinetry.com. Our team is always here to help. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below. Bye-bye.